from
Call
Amsterdam
for our clearance. Good morning, Sheeple clearance delivery, World Travel 293 IFR to Heathrow.
World Travel 293, clear to London Heathrow Airport as found. Climb and maintain 6000, expect flight level 260, 5 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 119.05, squawk 0034.
Clear to Heathrow is filed. Climb and maintain 6,000. Expect flight level 260. 5 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 119.05. Squawk 0034.
World Travel 293, read back correct. Expect runway 24 and contact ground on
heading 24,
121.7 when ready to taxi.
We'll expect 24 and contact ground. Thanks. Alright, we're cleared as file with an initial altitude of 6,000 feet. We're ready to go, so I'll get our taxi clearance.
And we got
Sheeple ground, World Travel 293 with Papa, ready to taxi, IFR.
World Travel 293, taxi to runway 24 via
That's
taxiways Alpha 9, Bravo, Echo 1. Altimeter 2921.
2921.
24 via Alpha 9, Bravo, Echo 1, World Travel 293. Okay, we've been cleared to taxi to runway 24.
Shift
using
P,
taxiways Alpha 9,
and then hit
Bravo,
your
and Echo
1.
1. Initiate pushback and I'll make a call to
Shift
cabin.
B does the pushback, and then the
Ladies
1.
and gentlemen, from the flight
You
deck,
hit
this is your
1,
first officer
it should go
speaking.
to
We're beginning our taxi and
the tail
expect to
should
be
go
first
to
in line for takeoff.
left.
Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for departure.
There we go. Just following right along there. And then once you're done with your pushback, hit Shift P again, and then we should be clear to taxi. So Shift P again, and then here we go.
Taxi checklist. Flaps set to 5.
Set to 5.
Trim set for takeoff.
Trim Shift 6. You can set
Taxi checklist completed.
0. Everything looks good there. Shift 6 again. That brings that down. I have my altitude already selected to 6,000 at 1,800 feet a minute. My heading is at 240. I'm going to arm, but not start my speed yet, but arm it. If I did this right now, if I hit that now, it'll start accelerating, whether I'm accelerating or not. So even if the Command A is off, the Command A will hold everything. I'm going to go ahead and hit altitude hold, and then my heading select. So when I hit Command A, all of this is already selected. However, I don't want to do that yet, because if I do that, it'll go 250, whether Command A is selected or not. So we're going to go to line up to runway 24 and hold, position and hold. Flaps 5. Trim is okay. All the settings okay.
Alright, hold short here and I'll get our takeoff clearance. Sheeple Tower, World Travel 293, holding short runway 24, ready to go.
World Travel 293, wind 23015, runway 24, cleared for takeoff, 5 runway heading.
And cleared for takeoff, World Travel 293.
Okay, we'll line up. I noticed that if
before takeoff
you keep
checklist.
these two between their
Engine start switches, set to continuous. Flaps, set to 5.
This van needs
And
to
before
go
takeoff
somewhere.
checklist complete. Alright, turn on the landing lights and strobes and
Hello?
let's go. After takeoff, fly runway heading and climb to 6,000
You know I'm going onto a runway and you're going to sit there? Microsoft Flight Simulator does that sometimes, and they won't move or back up. They make you move. Hopefully we won't have a collision here. Okay, lined up here. stop it here, and then we are going to spool to about 70. Let the engine spool get collective, and then we are going 100. I'm going to go ahead and hit the speed button now. 80 knots. Rotate. V2. Command A. Heading select. Altitude.
Positive rate, gear up.
Positive rate, gear up. I'm going to go ahead and bring the flaps up. Going at about 218 knots, climbing to 6,000 feet at 1,800.
Flaps up and accelerate to 250 knots.
250 knots.
Peaceful departure, World Travel 293 is with you, climbing to 6,000.
World Travel 293, roger.
We're lining up right here. This is our trajectory. We're going to be flying this flight path here. Bring that back. Our flight plan will be going to these various waypoints to London. This shows you how close we are to that. Should be lining up here shortly.
World Travel 293, turn left heading 225.
Okay, he says left 225, 1.
Let's run through the after takeoff checklist. Left 225, then on course up to 12,000. World Travel 293. Landing gear, up. Okay, turn left at 225 degrees.
Okay,
Enjoy
so
our
now
flight
I'm
plan
going to
route.
go
Climb to 12,000 feet.
VOR lock,
Flaps up.
and this is going to fly us
Engine
off to
switches set to
GPS,
off.
and we'll be flying in the direction of
After takeoff
225.
checklist complete.
He said fly heading 225 and then resume your own navigation. And we've got climbed to 12,000 feet. So we should have everything set up. Space bar, and then you move the mouse around. That's how you can rotate. You got a little plus there, but that's okay. And also, whenever you're in the cockpit, you can press A. That puts you in the right seat. Press A again, and you're looking down on your panel. Press A again, your engine quadrant, and then press A again, and you're looking up at all of these. Press A again, and this is your view without anything. And press A again, and then you're back in the cockpit. Shift A goes in the opposite direction. So you can go to A, and then Shift A.
Flight deck, go ahead.
Just wanted to let you know that one of our passengers isn't feeling well. There's a doctor on board, so he's being treated. We'll keep you posted.
Okay, thanks for letting us know.
Okay. So we got a passenger that's not feeling well.
Orbit 526, turn left heading 200.
Left to 200, orbit 567.
Going about 224, heading, following right along from Echo Hotel Alpha Mike to Hotel Sierra Delta. That's our first waypoint.
123.85 for world travel 293. Amsterdam Center, world travel 293, climbing to 12,000.
World travel 293, Amsterdam Center. Continue on course, altimeter 2921.
2921.
World travel 293, climb and maintain flight level 220.
Climbing to flight level 220, world travel 293. Okay, we're passing 10,000 feet, so we can turn the landing lights off. We should leave the seatbelt sign on, though, until we get out of these clouds, just in case it gets a little choppy. Well, we're cleared up to 22,000 feet now, so let's keep climbing.
Landmark 11, contact Rotterdam approach now on 127.02. Landmark 11, we'll see you.
Flight deck, go ahead.
The doctor says the sick passenger is having a heart attack.
Heart attack.
Okay, well, so I assume he thinks we need to get him to a hospital.
Yes, sir. He says he needs to get to hospital immediately.
Okay, thanks. We'll let you know what we decide to do. Well, looks like we should divert to the closest airport with a hospital. Rotterdam is just behind us, and we'll be able to get in and out there quickly. I'll call dispatch.
Let's see if we can get
World Travel
Rotterdam
Dispatch,
on
World
here.
Travel 293. World Travel 293
There it
Dispatch,
is.
go ahead. We're just off Amsterdam for London. One of our passengers is having a heart attack, and a doctor on board says he needs immediate
Press
medical
cursor.
attention.
Press
We're
red.
planning on diverting to Rotterdam. World
Press
Travel
enter.
293, stand by.
Can we go to Rotterdam or
World Travel 293, roger. We'll
Okay.
call ahead and have paramedics meet you at the gate.
we'll
Okay,
activate
thank
that?
you. We'll divert to Rotterdam. We'll advise when on the ground. World Travel 293.
I'm gonna go ahead and bring this.
So let's divert to Rotterdam. Identifier Echo Hotel Romeo Delta. Hopefully we can get in there quickly. I'll notify ATC. Amsterdam Center, World Travel 293 has a passenger with a medical emergency. Request diversion to Rotterdam.
World travel 293, roger. Descend and
We're
maintain
turning now. Rotterdam. There's
Down to
the
2,000.
destination.
World Travel
Down to
293.
2,000.
Okay, descend to 2,000 feet.
World travel 293, contact Rotterdam approach now on 127.02.
World Travel 293,
Come on.
switching. Thanks for the help.
This moves around on you.
Rotterdam approach, World Travel 293, descending to 2,000, diversion to Rotterdam for a medical emergency.
World travel 293, roger. Rotterdam altimeter 29.21. Proceed direct to Rotterdam, Romeo Oscar Tango, NDB. Expect passenger
Okay, so now I'm gonna hit procedure.
for approach.
Direct to Rotterdam, Romeo Oscar Tango, NDB, World Travel 293. Okay, let's
so
turn
we
around
got
and fly to the Rotterdam
Romeo
NDB,
Oscar Tango.
identifier ROT, frequency 350.5.
I'm gonna activate
There
it.
we'll get vectors
Then
for
we
the
hit
ILS.
clear.
I'll notify the flight attendant.
Now we should be flying right along this line
Forward
right
cabin,
here.
go ahead.
We're
We're
gonna go
diverting to
to
Rotterdam, so please prepare the cabin.
Rotterdam.
Okay, good to hear. I'll tell the doctor and
Romeo
we'll get the
Oscar
cabin ready.
Tango.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your first officer speaking. We have a passenger with a medical emergency on board, so we're diverting to Rotterdam. We should be on the ground in just a few minutes. Once the passenger is off board, we'll continue on to London as soon as possible. Thank you for your patience. Flight attendants, prepare for landing.
Right here. Center. Okay. So that's up. There.
10,000 feet. Slow to 250 knots. Turn on the landing lights and the fasten seatbelt sign.
Come on. Enter. 1.3.
Approach checklist. Altimeter set to 29.21. Speed set. At our current weight, we'll want to fly the approach at 145 knots. Approach brief. The frequency for the runway 24 ILS is 108.3, and the course setting is 239er. Get yourself set up for the approach.
39er. For some
Approach
reason I'm
checklist
not able to
complete.
get my ident.
Set flaps 5.
Rotterdam Romeo Romeo NDB. Reduce speed to 180 knots.
050 to the NDB and slowing to 180. World travel 293. Okay, bring us around to 050 degrees, which will take us to the Rotterdam Romeo Romeo NDB and slow to 180 knots.
I got the brake on right here helping me slow down because I am still at 7,000. I'm going to 2,000. If I don't have the brake on, I'll be zooming down. I'm already going down at 1,800. As soon as we get to closer to 2,000. Okay, so I don't know why I'm not getting an IDAC here. 108.3. There we go. Here we go. This is clear. Okay, we got the localizer, ILS, identified. Going to Romeo Romeo. Down to 2,000 feet. I got the speed brakes on. That's as slow as I can go.
Well travel 293, turn left heading 270. Maintain 2000 until established on the localizer. Clear ILS runway 24 approach. Contact tower on 118.2 at the marker.
Clear for the approach tower at the marker, world travel 293. Okay, turn left to 270 degrees and intercept the ILS. Maintain 2,000 feet until we're established on the localizer.
That's why I wasn't turning. I wasn't turning because I had the bank limit. Sometimes when you're messing around with this, it just jumps over to this right here. My bank limit was at 10, so my plane wasn't turning. So now we are going to, I'm going to flip as soon as we establish pretty close to our 270 heading here. Flip this and then hit the approach hold switch. Altitude should go out automatically. Once we get lined up laterally right here, our heading select should go out automatically. Should disengage automatically. I'm trying to get down to 180. My brake on. We are at altitude now, so I have my brake on. That's why we went way below our airspeed there. So now I have, of course, my engine was compensating for it because I had my speed on. So now we have our speed brake. We're going to arm it for landing now. Should be doing a pretty good approach here. So we got this diamond right here. Once it lines up laterally, you're going to start turning toward the runway. And then this diamond here, once it starts lining up vertically, then we're going to be going out. See, the heading select just went out now. And so once we line up vertically, the altitude hold switch selection will go out. As soon as we get established on our ILS, I'm going to go full flaps. We're overflying a little bit, we'll fly back in. Okay, I'm going to go gear down and full flaps. And I want to bring this down to about 140. Okay, now we are established on a localizer. Set my auto. You can't select it from here, but you go shift 1, you can select your auto brakes from here. You can't from the virtual cockpit though, however. Everything's looking good. We're lined up. Now as we get closer to the runway, I'm going to shut off my auto throttle. Otherwise it'll continue 145 down the runway.
Gear down, set full flaps, slow to 145 knots.
All set up. Going about
Rotterdam
150,
Tower, world
but
travel
we'll be
293 on the ILS
we're
424.
doing good.
World travel 293, wind 251 at 17, runway 24, clear to land.
Clear to land, world travel 293.
It says
Flight attendants,
2276.
please be seated for landing. Here we go, landing checklist. Gear down.
Gear down.
Flaps set to full.
Flaps full.
Speed brakes armed.
Speed brakes armed.
Auto brakes set to 3.
Set to 3.
Landing checklist complete.
I've noticed on whenever I'm watching some videos of real planes, I see the auto throttle shut off automatically. It doesn't do that with Microsoft Flight Simulator. So we get closer to the runway, we shut it off, and everything should still be set up where it is. And then we'll get even closer. I'm going to hit C, and that'll shut off the Command A.
Don't sink. Don't
I just
sink.
hit Z.
Don't sink.
Clear.
World travel 293, turn next taxiway, contact ground on 122.17.
World travel 293.
Come on. Where's
Rotterdam ground, world travel 293, off 24, taxi to the gate.
World travel
That wasn't the
293,
best
taxi
landing.
to parking on the east side of the terminal at the base of the control tower. An ambulance is standing by.
Taxi to the east side of the terminal, world travel 293. Okay, let's taxi over to the ambulance on the east side of the terminal building. After landing, checklist. Landing lights off. Engine start switches off. Flaps up. Speed brake down. Auto brake off. After landing, checklist complete.
Okay, we completed a successful emergency landing. Let's get this guy to a hospital. Hopefully he's okay.